forget becoming rich overnight. There is nothing like this. Crypto is driven by the narrative and is driven by the sentiments a lot because it's a very small market. It's just $1 trillion market. This time the bear market was not that harsh. If you go to the past cycle of like 2018, 2019, it was a lot harsh than this. If cycle repeats again, we're gonna see a huge uptrend starting from the April and May of 2024. What's stopping the mass adoption of crypto and Bitcoin is the education and awareness. Do your research, try to sit and learn and read from the top website. For example, Bean Crypto. Take control of your money, be safe from scams, don't give your money, hard-earned money, to anyone. Trade on your behalf and never be greedy and just be patient.
Welcome to the talk. I'm your host, Usi and today Ripul is my guest, founder and CEO of Cillionaire. Ripul, when I was several years ago visiting Vietnam, I was cashing out some money from the ATM, and due to inflation, their money is several millions. Every currency has like this, so many zeros in behind, and I can proudly say that at some point in my life, I was a millionaire. But usually when we say millionaire, we were thinking of someone who has $1 million worth in US dollars. But when CZ used the word cillionaire, I'm not sure what he was meaning. Like, do we call someone cillionaire if they have a million USDT worth cryptocurrency, or is it like a million Bitcoin or million Doge? Like, what is the term cillionaire? Like, who is a cillionaire?
Hold on, let me explain to you. First of all, thank you, Bean Crypto and Vuga, for inviting us here. And so basically, Cillionaire is like millionaire or billionaire, right? You all must be aware of what millionaire is, what billionaire is. So Cillionaire, C for crypto, C for CZ. So if you are a crypto millionaire, you call Cillionaire. Or a person like you guys who's holding a big bag of crypto are called Cillionaires.
Then we call the boss people. Like, if you have $1 million worth of Bitcoin, you are a cillionaire. But if you also have like million of X coin, are you still cillionaire?
Yes,
Or
for sure. If the value of the whole you're holding is more than $1 million, you are a Cillionaire. And if you are those who are not yet, you're gonna be future Cillionaires. So need not to worry about it.
I think like a cillionaire is it's not a bull market term, but I believe that when 2, 3 years ago it was a bull market, there was too much money flowing into the crypto industry. Today, I don't know, some call it like a crypto winter, the others call it recession, and it's like a global economy reflecting to the crypto industry. People, what do you think? Where is the money?
I think this time the bear market was not that harsh. If you go to the past cycle of like 2018, 2019, it was a lot harsh than this. Because right now, more retails are already in the market, right? Rather than if you go back to the 2017, there were not much people now. But obviously, it's going crypto winter. But next year, after the halving, as we see from the previous cycles, the money gonna flow in, the more retail institution gonna jump in. As you have heard in the news that all the big companies like big guys with the big money, trillions of dollars. I'm talking about Fidelity, BlackRock. All these guys have a file for ETF, and once it is approved, like yesterday, what was done with Ripple, they won the case against SEC, and we saw more than 80% growth in the price of Ripple, which is a crazy move. And not Ripple, other cryptocurrency, for example, Stellar, XLM, ADA, Solana, all were pumping. So it's just a matter of time. Crypto is a store of value also. Crypto is the future of currency. That's more impactful.
And how much do you think like crypto market is influenced by this, let's say, Bitcoin and Bitcoin related news, let's say Bitcoin's halving, or how much it is influenced by the global economy itself? Because as you mentioned, there was this news about Ripple case, the BlackRock applying for the spot trading of Bitcoin, like all these like a large players kind of influencing market. Where do you think, like, what is the power of these small players, day traders, and everyone else versus this like a big players in a market?
What I'll say from my experience is crypto is driven by the narrative and is driven by the sentiments a lot because it's a very small market. It's just $1 trillion market. Just imagine BlackRock itself is handling tens of trillions of dollars, and crypto is just 10% of it what they're holding is. Just to give you an example, right? It is for sure hampered by also what's happening globally. Why if people are in like good health financial wise, they're gonna invest in Bitcoin. But if there is a recession, if people are short of money, how they gonna buy Bitcoin? And also answering your second part of the question is, if Bitcoin goes up, let's say it's the leader of the cryptocurrency, people wait for it to settle down, and then the altcoins are like kids to build Bitcoin, right? And then they start pumping one after other. That's what we call alt season, and that's a pure cycle about it. That's a whole ecosystem how it works.
You mentioned like very important point of like a crypto being $1 trillion market and also the adoption of the entire cryptocurrencies or blockchain technology. And I was recently like thinking like what's that stopping cryptos like a wide adoption? Because we saw like ChatGPT, like AI technologies coming to the market. ChatGPT got like 100 million users in 2 months. Then Instagram launches Threads, which got like 100 million users in short 5 days. And then here we have Bitcoin, which it took like more than 10 years to have like 100 million users.
That's an amazing question. Actually, yeah, people should ask themselves about it. But the answer is, for example, you just mentioned Threads. Threads has already his audience built in Instagram. Like there are billions of users of Instagram in the world. And it's just another social media. What you do in Instagram, you post a video, you post a picture, your cool life, what's happening, and everyone gets, influenced by that. So in Threads, what you're doing, you're writing now, with a picture also, or just your thoughts, which you were previously doing in the form of stories. Now you're writing it in Threads. So the traffic which was already on Instagram is getting diverted to Threads. It's not a like wallet. They don't have currency, they don't have form of payment. Coming back to the case of Chat GPT, so what people are doing, for example, I was a content writer, so I used to get ideas from Google. Now I go to AI, I go to Chat GPT, I get more refined ideas and more selective based upon my question. So I get help from them directly. But if you come to blockchain, if you come to crypto, there are many things which are not as smooth as that. You have to set up a wallet. You know how to make up. Most people, I'll say from your podcast, they don't know, they don't have MetaMask wallet. They know how to use. They're not aware of the private keys. So to answer your question in short, what's stopping the mass adoption of crypto and Bitcoin is the education and awareness, how to use it, how to be safe, how to not get scammed, how to learn more. There is a lot of information, but all the information is in bits and pieces. So with Cillionaire, what we're trying to do, we are trying to gather all the information under one platform, so that people can be future Cillionaires. They know how to hold their wealth in the blockchain.
And what's your take on, reputation of entire crypto industry, right? Because different projects and products who come to the market and these technology solutions, let's say AI, have this narrative that helping people, I don't know, making life easier, better. The similarly, blockchain actually does that, right? If today you want to go open a bank account, it takes days and days and days approvals, while you can, in a few steps, open a crypto wallet and hold your assets. I think comparison is like how much effort takes X action and value in there versus the new technology performs. I think blockchain is, even though it has its own like hardships and barriers to entry, it's still easier compared to like a traditional finance system. But my biggest concern is that people kind of see entire like crypto and blockchain industry as like a get rich scammy mechanism. We saw how that beautiful technology of NFTs got ruined by these scam projects. I don't know, 50 million for an NFT with no utility, no need, and then kind of it died down. Today we see that even large businesses who embrace NFT technology or blockchain technology, they don't even use like Web3 terms to describe what they do because they don't want to be associated. And more people are kind of afraid using the technology, coming, getting a wallet, investing, or even using it for like a day-to-day transactions. Like, how do you think like what was done wrong in terms of like a representing the product, and moving forward, what we can do or what Cillionaire can do, what like all players in the market can do to kind of uplift their reputation?
Brother, in life, it's all about perspective. For example, if there are two guys, I tell you, like, this guy is a bad guy. No matter how good the water he gave you, how good he treat you, you always gonna have a perception because I told you he's a bad guy. So you will always find a flaw. And the second case is if I tell you this guy is good. Even though this guy does a crime in front of you, he'll say, no, 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 it's not done by him, it's a mistake. So that's what crypto is having right now. It got a notorious image in the minds of those OGs in the other traditional markets. They think like, okay, how the Bitcoin is moving so fast, how it got so much of adoption. Still we're discussing that adoption is not in the likes of threads and chat gpt, but it's insane. Bitcoin just came like 12 years 13 years back, so it's a crazy adoption. There are like millions, hundreds of millions of users of Bitcoin and crypto right now in the world. So basically what happened is technologies come and go. Okay, they change the trend, but the currency takes a leap very early. There is not like we all used to that paper money since hundreds of years. So to come to digital, it gonna take some time. It's not that easy. And one thing, okay, you have social media, I don't have, that doesn't make that much of impact. But the currency everyone should have. How you gonna buy your food? How you gonna pay your rent? Through currency, right? So everyone here around us are using currency. So just imagine when they all gonna be using digital currencies, they have to get aware themselves, and they use like the blockchain wallet and have Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So the time will come, as you mentioned about the NFTs. Yes, the NFT market and all the NFT marketplaces have taken a huge hit because the hype was so surreal at that time when it was a start. All the BYAC and Bored Apes and Azuki and all this thing. But then people realized, okay, because how the most of the people jumped in. You think they are artists? They care about art? No way. They don't. Even the guy buying millions of dollar of BAYC NFT doesn't have a single painting in his home. He's just buying it for the sake of flex. The rich guy, like the OG Cillionaires, just bought it for the sake of flex, and the guys who entered late just for the sake of making money because they got told the stories. Okay, this NFT was 10 or dollar, now is like millions of dollars. So they thought maybe I can be Cillionaire overnight. That's why they bought it. But now, as the price tanked, I was reading, I think a week back, Justin Bieber bought his NFT for like 2-3 million. I'm not sure, and now is worth a few $1,000.
Yeah, even
But
like in the market, there are like bored apes that worth like a 50, $30,000.
they are all the NFTs mostly, or they're at their lowest. So you think Justin Bieber care about the price of one NFT? No, he takes more than that in a single concert. But the other guys, think about the retail. Think about those crypto believers who bought by spending hundreds of Ethereums. Now they are in pain. And the guys who are more skeptical are the guys who saw them buying it and who is seeing them in losses now. They will say, okay, okay, it's a bad thing, stay away, stay away, stay away. That's what happening. People not thinking from their mind why he's in loss, because he invested all his eggs in one
One
basket.
basket.
That you not need to do.
Ripple, you have been trading for so long. I know that as a back history, and I'm sure you're great at doing like a stop loss and all these like a financial terms. But what is your personal prediction, like when the crypto winter will be over, when we will see like a market in all green again?
Brother, if I can tell you the exact time, I would have to cylinder myself. But yeah, as coming from the previous experience from the previous cycles, if cycle repeats again, we're gonna see a huge uptrend starting from the April and May of 2024. All the FOMO gonna kick in first a few months before. Okay, halving is coming, coming, coming. I believe I was talking to my friend, OG friend in the crypto space. He was telling me that all the smart guys have accumulated the crypto now. They're just waiting 6 months, 8 months, and then price will start pumping. Because if you see the bottom of Bitcoin in this cycle was around $16,000, $17,000, and it's almost double now. So those who bought low are already in profits, but they're waiting for 100K. They're waiting for half a million for to go for a single Bitcoin. And now after the halving, the alt season starts. Okay, Bitcoin halving is done. No, the rewards are half. Now what? The Bitcoin is more scarce, but Bitcoin doesn't give that much of return as altcoin do. So they jump into the altcoins.
Ripple, what's your take on the events? Because I've been recently attending several events, and some of them are really good. The others are not as attended as we expect, because sometimes I get this impression that like a sponsors come to talk to the sponsors, while in my opinion events should be there to bring in either like a super focused like an industry events where experts come to share ideas the same way like in traditional academia it happens, like professors come talk to each other, talk to about this like a deep topics and technology. Or the event should focus on like a mainstreaming the blockchain industry itself and spreading this noise. And I saw Cillionaire attending a lot of events, and I think that this is one of your strategies where you want to zoom in and give this your native audience and community online this kind of a first-hand look to the events. What's the overall plan with the Cillionaire, and like what is coming next?
Okay, yeah. I believe the events which happening in the crypto space are pretty much useful and pretty much beneficial for the community. But the thing is, I am attending this events personally for like last 5 years. But most of the guys, I come from India. Most of the guys never attended a single event in their crypto life because there are two, three reasons which I figured out. For example, if an event is happening in Dubai, first thing they don't have visa. Okay, their visa issues, their documentation issue. Second problem is the money part. They have to buy the ticket and it's expensive to cover one event. They have to come to another country and then come back by staying, flights, everything. Third part is the network. They don't have tickets, they don't have access. Some events are private, exclusive, and even the most of the events we sell the tickets. For example, the BIP passes are sold for like $1,000, which is not affordable for all the community. So what we thought, why not to be a global media company which goes and covers all the events, and our users or community members, for example, we have 100k eyeballs on our Instagram and Twitter combined, and on Twitter even CZ follows us. So all the top shots of like Binance, Bybit, OKX, they follow us on Instagram, so they see where we go. And apart from them, we have a pretty strong community which sees all the events happening. So for example, I go to an event and I met you, I take a reel with you or asking a few questions about the market. So basically, these questions community want me to ask you, and you answer them. So we are the bridge between the community and OGs like you. And we found, like, for example, CZ there, Justin Sun there, Benzo there from Bybit, all the big shots, and ask them. And it's very easy for them also to communicate with the community, and very beneficial for the community to get the answers. So I think it's a pretty solid use case which no one was doing before. Everyone was going to the events because as you go to more and more events, you see some 10, 20, 50 familiar faces in all the events. But anyone is not covering all the events. So that's what was our idea behind Selena at that time. And now the website is also in progress. It's gonna be live very soon with a pretty solid product, and which will penetrate to millions of community users again in Web3.
I think you touched a very important point about like seeing the familiar faces on these events, while we all want to have achieve this mass adoption with the event. And another thing like that really makes me sad about the events, that you would expect that there's a blockchain Web3 event will be much forward thinking. At least we are still yet to attend an event with an NFT ticket, or I don't know, some content on the blockchain,
Very right, very right.
or like this event should be like first thing to adopt the technology, right? But like we still don't see it. I think like event industry kind of operates in silo without like actually being this like a crypto native industry. And I think it's very important for media companies to amplify what's happening there. Like what messages are told in that room should have this like a next life cycle, the same way you guys do, bringing it to the social media and giving access to masses from across the world to come and consume this information. And I want to think, like, from your perspective, like, do you think today the crypto media is doing a good job by spreading the right information or building the right community? Because it's not a secret that almost all large media companies were at some point promoting some scam project, and even like world stars like Taylor Swift were at some point related to FTX. Like, how does this like a media and building a business and all these things come together, and is media doing a good job?
If I look at the traditional media, like the OGs of the media section, and then I see the crypto media, I'm pretty much happy with what the crypto media websites are doing. Uh, like you guys, you're doing a good job. You're covering all the events happening like super fast, and then trying to convey as much as good information to the community. But what we are doing was kind of slightly different. As I told you, one part was showing the people what's happening in the events, which people, interesting people comes, what are the views, why they come, and which are the projects there. Are they good projects or just a shady project? So this was something different which we did. And also because the crypto news websites now, or a lot of websites are also happening, coming day by day, but the only true ones I think are the like top 5, and they're gonna bring more credibility and more good thing to the community as well in the long run.
And what are the like your ideal event to apply? Like, what's your like top three favorite crypto event that you ever applied, and like why do you think they're good? Like, what they're doing different than everyone else?
That's a very good question. Actually, we are official media partners of all the three events. First one is Token 2049 Singapore, the
I
favorite
think it's the
event.
biggest event in
It's
Southeast
the
Asia,
biggest
right?
event. This year, they are expecting attendees of 10,000 persons from all the globe. So it's like, Diwali or Eid for all the crypto users. The second best is AIBC. Their event was in Dubai in March, where Gary Vee came, John Lee came, and all the big shots. And even their CEO, Iman Police, is a very influential guy. And the third best, I believe, is Blockchain Economy or WoW Summit. Both events are good. And if you're going to name events, there are more events than the crypto websites. So anyone like who knows 50 people, they set up an event and they sell tickets. It's a business model as well, also.
I think it's a good business model, and I think like the crypto industry is about like a building the community. And I
Yeah.
think face-to-face meeting is all-time best, right? Even like from the old ages till today, like this building personal connection is very, very important. And I think like that's one thing that kind of puts crypto events into like a forward thinking. Like almost every city now has some sort of like a meet up and gathering, and this like a sense of community. And you are the one of the well connected people I ever know in this industry. You almost know everyone, and you're like a super proactive. What do you think? Like, what is the value of the community in crypto industry? Like, do you think it's a better to have like a good product and then try to market it, or it's better to have a community and product isn't even important?
That's a very good question. Very good question. Actually, you cannot do any good without a product. So if your product or service is best, eventually you will figure out how to market it. I've seen a lot of good ideas in the graveyard. I've seen a lot of good products also not working. Marketing is equally important. I also say to all the projects, because sometimes I meet like so much of techie founders, they don't care about marketing. They say, okay, no, 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 our product will pick up because they look at ChatGPT, right? How fast it picked up. But if you come to the crypto, it's not that easy because there are not much users. As I told you, there are a lot of users in Instagram. There are not much people with their MetaMask wallets or blockchain wallets. So marketing is also important. So I think both, to sum up the question, both will go hand in hand. You need to market it well. You make your product more refined as well in the same term. Yeah.
Why we talk about product? Like, I think like one of the like a even though the fun is like a biggest like a dilemmas for me is the meme coins, right? They have no utility, no like economic value, and we still see that even in bear market, some meme coins are doing well, some
That's
meme
a
coins,
community power. That's a community power.
but like, what is the like where does it take us? Like, how do you build that community without like any product? Like, what's like a core value? For example, you have Cillionaire community, right? What is how do you build your community, and like what is your like main message to bring or main value that you bring people together?
In meme kinds, we can learn a lot how to build a community, how to market yourself in a craziest way possible. It's word of mouth publicity. If I hold a meme coin, I'm gonna tell my 10 friends, okay, if you miss Shiba, if you miss DOS, don't miss this, like Pepe or any. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not endorsing any meme coins. I highly recommend people to stay away from it, but to learn how they build communities, how they penetrate the masses, their adoption, their wallet holders like spread like corona. They're everywhere. They're everywhere.
I like this like a spread like corona.
100%. The meme coin picks like this. I have reading about. I'm myself. I'm a very good researcher. I get to go to the depth of the sea to see how they did it, and if the project fails, how they fail it. Like I've seen projects with raised millions of dollars of funding from the VCs, and this is with this emotional email, guys. Sorry to say that we have to shut down. Why? What you did with millions of dollars? This something went wrong, and when the things were going wrong, you didn't check it. You didn't analyze yourself. That's now how you should do. But coming back to the meme coins, the marketing is crazy. They come up with airdrops, some strategies, and as I said, the most powerful is mouth of word advertisement. Like one trader sell 10, okay, buy some, buy some, buy some. In that way, the amount of token holder increases, and it picks up in all the websites like CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko. People look at it, they buy it, and ultimately, the crazy and toughest part is, for example, right now for any token, the biggest achievement I believe is to get listed on Coinbase or Binance, right? but meme coin list eventually in 30 days. How? Because any exchange cannot ignore the community power. For exchanges, the whole business model is trading volume, right? So if a coin has a trading volume of $500 million or billions of dollars, how come they can say no? It's not possible. So that's it. It's like going to the roads with millions of people and asking for the president to change. It has to.
Then we have to say that in order to become a Cillionaire, you need to have a Cillionaire community, right?
I'll give to all the guys listening here three tips which can help them make fortune in crypto and change their life. First thing, forget becoming rich overnight. There is nothing like this. If I go to like any event, nobody asks about 5x. 5x is 500% returns. All they talk is 100x, 100x, 100x. Man, you don't mean what 100x is. 100x is like for $1 million, $100 million, bro. It's not gonna happen. It's a lie. Second thing is do your research. Try to sit and learn and read from the top website. For example, Bean Crypto. Go to the Cillionaire socials. Try to learn and understand all the perspective. Catch all the trends. Third part is take control of your money. Be safe from scams. Don't give your money, hard-earned money, to anyone. Trade on your behalf and never be greedy and just be patient. You all gonna be future millionaires.
That's cool. Today we are talking how to become a crypto millionaire with you, Ripul, founder and CEO of the Cillionaire. Thank you for coming to the talk.